So we set up our USD hierarchy and we left off where we created a shader. In the next segment, we will take a look at LookDevX and MaterialX. I won't dive too deep into this. I'm just going to show you the basic workflow, and if you want to learn more, please go to the Maya Learning channel or follow Arvid Schneider. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I'll leave a link down below. He is a LookDev artist. He's been working in the industry for years, and he has quite a comprehensive tutorial on LookDevX and Arnold shading. I've learned a lot from this guy. I really recommend watching his videos. And with that being said, let's jump into the actual workflow, because this is what this is about. Alright, so we created a shader, and this is the point where we'll go name it, but now we want to start creating shaders that we can copy or assign, or build shaders that we can share down the pipeline. MaterialX is open source material, was developed by LucasArts, and it's supposed to be kind of a universal material for different packages, such as Maya, Houdini, and let's say Blender. You could basically build a shader here, and those other softwares will read them the same way. But I won't get too much into that. I just want to show you the workflow. So this is the workflow. You create a shader, you name it, you right click, and you go into the LookDevX. You can get to this window or through the button up here, or if it's an older Maya, probably once you install the plugin, there would be a way to call up the LookDevX through the windows, and you'll go to the LookDevX graph. Now I have here, we have a compound. A compound's basically a group of nodes that have been put together. By default, you have the surface shader, standard surface shader compound, and you can build your own compounds. This is why Bifrost is so cool. Basically, Bifrost, those of you who don't know what it is, which you should know, is just like Houdini. It's node-based coding, basically. So let's jump into our compound. And if we look at it, it's pretty simple. You work from left to right. Those of you who are coming from Houdini, basically it's like a VOP. You have your inputs, which you can plug in here, and it will go up a level. So this is basically what you want the artist to have access to, the attributes that are allowed, that we're giving them access to, and then you have basically your network over here. So just to show you how this works, I'm going to just do something real simple, where I'm just drag these attributes, and I'm going to plug them into the input like so. And now you could see that we have an option that this is all connected up. And if you look here in the surface shader, we have everything that we would need to shade something, right? So let's say I want to change the color, go here, but right now I've locked these because I've plugged them into here. So if I go up here, I can now change the color to red, and you can see everything changes to red here because I assigned the shader to the object. That's why it's changing. Probably for you it won't change until you assign. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. And because it's a compound, we could also organize these compounds in a better way of working. So for example, I want to now create a group. All I have to do is right click above one of the attributes after I press the little pencil here, and create a group. And I'm just going to call this color. And then I can just grab these guys here, drag and drop them, and organize them any way I like so. And once I press the pencil, it goes back, and then you can see I got a group here with color and all of these attributes here. And we can also open the RGB. So this is pretty nifty. I could also go inside here, and let's say I want to add an image. So all I need to do is start writing image. And for LookDevX, I want to actually choose the image for LookDevX. It's going to give me these two nodes. And what I can do here is plug in the file here, and then this into the color, and voila, that should work. So that's basically it. So if I go back up here, you can see I got a file now, and the base color probably won't do anything because it's now taken by the file, but I can basically plug in the file if I want to here. Anyway, so that's how you can create a shader, and it's basic workflow. It's not too crazy, and I won't go into more stuff. I mean, there's more comprehensive videos, and this is just to show you the workflow. So I'm just going to delete that one that I make, and I'm going to start assigning stuff. So how do I do that? It's fairly simple. I'm going to go to my flag here. I'm going to choose the geometry and go to my flag shader, right click, and then assign the shader, and you can see it's going to assign material to it. And then let's say I want to go to the rope, and I can choose the rope and then assign, oops, sorry. I'm going to just click off that, choose the rope. Now I could go to rope and then assign shader. And if I go into the tab here, I can go and change its color to, let's say, yellow, like that. And for some reason it did not assign it to both, so let's do that. Rope, assign, and now if I click away, you can see it's yellow. Now you could also load, so if I click here, I could clear that out, and if I go to pole here, I can actually bring that in by pressing this little button here. So let's go over here, and for the pole, I'm going to choose the pole. And notice that under the pole we also have component tags that we created for the knob. So I am just going to assign the pole, assign, and because the pole is, you can see it's now got a color because I assigned a color to it. As you can see, if I go to the pole, I can go here to base color, and let's give the base color like a blue, something like a light blue, and then we want to kind of make this, let's say, anyway, so let's say that's great, but I also want to assign the knob here. And if I go assign to the knob, you can see it's going to assign the material to the components. Now, since it's below the pole in the hierarchy, it will layer it on top. It's kind of weird that way. So that's how we do that. And yeah, so all in all, that's what we get. I'm just going to assign the clips to the clips just so we are done. So now that we've done that, I could save the file, and we can move on to, in the next video, we'll jump into how to make changes to our setup here, our USD.